Hey guys, welcome. This is going to be a pick a card for messages from your higher self. My name is Johanna. Welcome to Tenacious Soul, especially if you have not been here. So we have 3 piles for today. I've pre-pulled oracle cards and tarot cards, and which is a little bit different for me because normally I at least live pull the tarot cards, but I felt like I would switch it up today. So we have 3 piles. The timestamps will be down below for you guys, and yeah, that's pretty much all I got, I think. So we have pile number 1 here with this purple tower. We have pile number 2 with this nice big amethyst. And then we have pile number 3 with this moon-shaped crystal here. So choose the pile that you feel you're the most drawn to. And like I said, timestamps will be down below. You guys can pause this video if you feel you need to in order to decide. And I will see you all in your reading. Hi, pile number 1. Welcome. If you chose this pile, you chose the purple tower here. So this is going to be your reading for messages from your higher self. Like I had said in the intro, I did pre-pull all the cards. If I need to clarify, I will, but I'm going to try to not. But we're going to see what's coming up. I did pull quite a few oracles here, so we'll kind of make our way through those first, and then we'll get into the tarot, okay? So let's see pile number 1, where we go for you. We have number 16, Disruption, which is the Tower card. We have We the Hathors, Deep Love, Mother's Milk, Birth as a Portal. We have Transformation in reverse, so Shakti, which is number 46, actually breaks down to a 10. And then we have the Sun. And then your angel card here is Hope, Love, and Acceptance. Love is yours. Recognize your divine worth. Choose loving thoughts. Your healing mantra is Soothing Impatience. There is nothing to do but wait. That's reassuring. And then your surrender card is Surrender your belief in scarcity. The universe is asking you to be open to the infinite nature of abundance. In this way, you can remove blocks in your life and succeed beyond your wildest dreams. So I definitely see you guys going through some sort of change or transition here in your life, group number 1. But there's a need to kind of like surrender just in general. Like I feel like acceptance, surrender, and transformation are kind of like the 3 big words here. I do feel like, again, like with this tower energy here, there's something that's coming up for you or something that you're going through that is just causing a lot of changes or disruption. You could just be going through changes in general. It doesn't have to be like this wild and crazy story. It could just be that you're going through a shift or a transition. And obviously we have transformation here as well. I kind of already feel like you're in the transformation. I feel like that's why it's in reverse here with this Shakti. And I do feel like there's something new opening up for you here. So your higher self wants you to know that, like, your higher self really just wants you to like be gentle with yourself through this transition, and open yourself up to new beliefs and believing in your divine worth, right? Surrender the scarcity mindset. So some of you maybe don't believe that this is possible, or you're doubting yourself, or like confidence may be a bit of a challenge for you, group number 1. But with this birth as a portal, it's like you're kind of being brought into this like new phase, right? The tower is disrupting things and changing things, maybe bringing some things to an end so that you can step into this kind of new portal, right? And this is where this sun comes through. Sorry if I knocked the camera. But this is where the sun comes in. The sun in this deck is number 1, but it actually does mean like a new beginning. And as you can see, like she's very abundant in this, little pool of water. It almost looks like a cup, right? And there's fish there to indicate abundance, and there's a book of knowledge, and there's a baby here, so birthing something new, making the judgment call, right? We have like the horn here. So I feel as though like you guys have made this like decision, or you're going to be making this decision that serves your highest good. Your higher self is on board with what's happening. If you're making big changes in your life and you're opening and stepping into this like new phase, your higher self is supporting you in that. And I feel like you're making the right choice, that your higher self just really wants you to believe in the abundance that you are capable of having. So keep this confidence that you can achieve this sun energy and this new bright fresh energy here. So it looks really good, and again, it's like your higher self really just wants you to nurture yourself. They want you to be patient with yourself, right? You may have to wait, and I think there's a bit of like surrender and hope in that, like surrender to the universe as well, that it's going to deliver what it is that you're looking for. But allow yourself to remove the blocks of scarcity mindset. You know what I'm saying? So there's something that's just within your mental state, possibly, that's like just holding you back a little bit, or it could hold you back in the near future. So your higher self just wants you to be aware of that, especially if your fears start to creep in, or if you start doubting things. Just always come back to this love and acceptance of yourself, and remember your worth, and remember that you're worthy of these experiences. So let's see what the tarot has. We have Justice, the Queen of Swords, we have the Five of Pentacles, the Three of Cups, and then we have the Eight of Cups, the Moon, the Ace of Wands, and the Sun. So a lot of you are walking away from some sort of like contract, or you're walking away from some sort of like agreement. You're also like clearing karma, I feel, by walking away and like removing yourself from a situation. That could be this Tower energy that I'm feeling. It's almost like, again, it's like opening you up to a new path, though. It's like rectifying things. Like the Justice card is like doing the right thing, making the right decision, right, for everyone involved, but also mainly yourself, right? I feel like you've probably pondered this a lot, or you've thought about this a lot. It was a decision that I feel like you've had to make. And if anything, even if you haven't fully walked away from it yet, it's like emotionally you're starting to distance yourself. And I also feel like you're making a decision from a place of logic, right? Because the Justice card is Libra energy. So it's air energy. So you're making a place from logic rather than your emotions as well. And I feel as though that's kind of helping you move forward through this. And your higher self is really wanting you to, do what feels right with the Justice card. Do what feels right. Follow your dreams. Follow your heart. If you're unhappy in a situation, then yeah, it probably is time to move on, right? Now, what's interesting is your challenge position here. We have the Queen of Swords with the Moon. And so I kind of feel as though, again, it's that same message of like surrendering your fears and like letting go of your fears that maybe are blocks that kind of hold you back, right? The Queen of Swords is like cutting through kind of like any sort of BS, but the Moon can be our deep-rooted emotions, or things we keep hidden from the world. So again, the Queen of Swords is another Libra card, so you could have Libra in your chart. I also see Cancer here, as well as Leo. But you could really be any sign. You could just have those in your chart somewhere. But I feel as though there's like a need for you to like not be so fearful, and really address the fears that you have. Like, don't be afraid to face them head on, right? She's looking at the Moon and saying, okay, you can't hide anymore. I know what my fears are. I know what's holding me back. And so I feel like there's just like a need, and your higher self is really wanting you to look at your fears and look at what could be emotionally holding you back that maybe you're trying to, even maybe for some of you, run away from, right? In the Five of Pentacles, we have the Ace of Wands here, and this is in your advice. So I feel like your advice from your higher self is to, again, like Five of Pentacles can be a scarcity mindset, right? Belief in scarcity, feeling like you never have enough, you never will have enough. Like Five of Pentacles is more of like a doubt, whereas like Four of Pentacles would be like, I'm just going to hold on to things because I don't know when the next thing is going to come in. This is like, your advice is to have faith and belief, and with that Ace of Wands, it's like, believe in the opportunity is kind of what I'm getting, is like, believe in the opportunity that this new thing that you have, or this spark of inspiration, or this excitement that you have towards something, don't let this be dampered by a scarcity mindset. Don't let this be dampened by a lack of confidence. I feel like when you feel this like spark, it's like you just got to go with it, right? You got to follow your heart, because I do see things really bringing in a lot of happiness for you guys. We have the Three of Cups, we have the Sun as the outcome, should you take the advice. So it's like being very optimistic, changing your mindset around things, right? Being open, celebration, happiness, joy, kind of having that like childlike kind of vibe, right? So I feel like you guys have a big opportunity here. Your higher self is letting you know that it's like, as long as you can let go of these fears, let go of these, fears that you're not ever going to be enough, or you don't have enough. If you can shift your mindset, like some of you, it's a money mindset thing. And it's like, you just have to follow your passions, follow your inspirations. Some of you, it's like, you just haven't been able to create the life that you're looking for because there hasn't been this passion, and now it's finally coming in, right? There hasn't been this emotional fulfillment, there hasn't been this passion, and so there was no spark with where you were, and now it's like, I feel like the spark is there, and you just don't doubt yourself while you're going through that process. So I feel like your biggest message is just believe, have hope, have faith, surrender to the universe, and allow the universe to provide for you as well. But believe in yourself and believe that you're capable of bringing in like the sun again, right? We have the sun twice. This is a lot of abundance and a lot of happiness, right? So I feel like you guys are going through a big change. Your higher self is on board. You're headed in the right direction. It's just kind of keeping that mental clarity and that belief system in yourself and believing in your own worth and that you're worthy of abundance. You're worthy of this new opportunity, and you're worthy of it growing into something really, really big. So short and sweet, but hopefully that resonated for you guys. Let me know down below. And if not, you can either check out one of the other piles or you can check out another reading, okay? So thank you guys so much for watching, liking, subscribing. I appreciate you all so, so much, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye. Hi, group number 2, welcome. If you chose this pile, you chose this nice big amethyst. It shimmers so nicely. So this is going to be your reading for messages from your higher self. So like I said, I pulled a bunch of oracles, and I also did pull the tarot, pre-pulled the tarot, which I don't always do, but I decided to do that today. If I need to clarify, I do have a deck here that I can do that with, but I'm going to try and not. So hopefully the messages come in nice and clear. So we're going to start off with the oracles, and then we'll get into the tarot. So let's kind of see what is coming up for you, group number 2, what your higher self would like you to know. So we have wisdom, which is the Hierophant. We have the Great Severing, Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love. We have water in reverse, which is number 33, so a master number. That's nice. Powerful energy there. And then we have 12, the temple path, breaks down to a 3. So 333 could be significant for some of you. Maybe you'll see that around. And then we have charity, prayer, and contemplation. Connect with heaven, ask, and you shall receive. And then we have your healing mantra, which is amplifying abundance. Abundance is my birthright, and I receive it now. And your higher self would like you to surrender your comparisons with other people. Keep your eyes trained on yourself. Focus on your own strengths, attractiveness, and power. All right. Okay, so group number 2, what I see for you guys for messages from your higher self, I feel like there's a need to kind of open up your heart space. I do feel like you are very wise. There's a strong spiritual element here of like following your path or, kind of like going your own unique way, especially with the Hierophant and the Temple path. You may also be like a guide or a leader for some sort of people, or maybe you have a mentor in your own life that's helping you move through this energy. But I do feel like with the Hierophant here, with this wisdom, it's like you're learning a lot, and your higher self wants to acknowledge how much you have learned and how far you really have come. I feel like you are a lot more wise than you used to be, and I almost feel for some of you, it's like, especially with the great severing, like Mars is an action card. It's Aries energy, but it's like this Mars energy always makes me, or this card specifically always makes me feel as though there's some sort of like jealousy, resentment, anger that kind of resides within you that you're kind of processing and working through. And you're having to soften this energy, right? Not be so aggressive, not be so intense surrounding things. And I kind of feel like this comes with this surrendering your comparisons of other people. It's like if you have any sort of jealousy or you have any sort of like maybe anger that you haven't been able to create what you're looking for, I feel like you've kind of like shut your emotions off with this water in reverse. And so the softening to love is like turning your emotions back on, opening your heart back up. You know what I mean? It's like turning that tap back on. I don't really feel like it's like crazy jealousy or anything like that. I don't feel that, but it's like every once in a while there's like almost like a resentment that like other people have things and you don't. And it's like you're meant to go your own unique path. So your life isn't going to look the exact same as other people. Some of us go through harder struggles in life than others, right? Some people succeed very early in life, but then they have other struggles, right? And other people struggle very hard in an early life, and then kind of the last few years, or I shouldn't say the last few, but the last half of their life or the back half of their life, they're like thriving. You know what I mean? So you can't really compare your life to other people because we all have these very different experiences. We all have different upbringings. We all have different purposes as well of like where we're supposed to go through life. Like some people may struggle through school, but maybe they're not meant to be in school, or maybe they are supposed to be in school and it's supposed to be a challenging thing for them, right? Like little things like that where it's like your journey is going to be unique to yourself. And I think you're starting to realize this, especially with the Hierophant. Like I think you're learning this. But your higher self is really wanting you to surrender this comparison to other people because it's blocking your abundance. It's blocking the opportunity for you to create more abundance. So some of you could be abundant already, but you would like more, right? But it's like this comparison or this resentment that like other people have things that you don't, or things come so easily to them. Why can they get that to work, but you can't? That sort of thing. And sometimes it's like, sometimes we're trying to do things too much like everybody else, where that actually is not in alignment with us, right? But then we get kind of like resentment with that, whereas like it works for them, why doesn't it work for us? But sometimes that's just not our path, right? So I feel like there's some sort of like you finding your own path forward and your own unique space forward. I feel like with this charity, prayer, and contemplation, it's like you gotta also trust in the universe, that the universe can provide. Trust that you are headed in the right direction, and that it's ask and you shall receive. So this is like being receptive to what the universe can give you, but some of you aren't even asking, right? There's like that connection, a disconnect there between you and the universe, kind of, right? You and spirit, you and God, in the sense that, not in a bad way, it's just that when we sit in these like negative energies of like resentment and not feeling good enough and comparing ourselves to other people, that blocks this connection, right? Those things kind of get in the way of us being open to receive. You always have the connection, but it's whether you're open to receive what, the universe is trying to provide you or give to you. So I feel like there's a need to kind of just still work through a few energies of like resentment, or just like, kind of like negative emotions, or what we associate with negative emotions. It's like process those, but when we don't process them or we sit in them, that's when other areas like our emotions get blocked, right? We shut other aspects off, and then that's when the imbalance comes. Negative or positive emotions, it doesn't matter. We just have to process them so they don't sit in our bodies, right? So let's kind of see what is coming up in the tarot. Like I said, I feel like your higher self is really just wanting you to release the comparison to other people. And I think once you can connect back with your emotions, that's when you're going to be more open, right? Because your heart chakra will be open, and that's how we connect with others. And that's how I feel this abundance is going to come into you, is when, you can kind of start to just do things for yourself, and you feel like you're on the right path. You know what I'm saying? So, because there's a lot of abundance to be had. This is a 3, so there's a lot of abundance to be had here. Group number 2. So an abundance could mean anything, whatever you're trying to increase, or be whatever you want to have abundantly in your life, whether it's love, money, connections, family, whatever, right? So let's see where we go. We have the Hermit card. We have the Page of Cups. We have the Page of Wands. Then we have the Page of Swords. The Hermit is clarified by the Hanged Man. The Page of Cups is clarified by the 8 of Pentacles. The Page of Wands is clarified by the King of Cups. And the Page of Swords is clarified by the 9 of Cups. Okay. Yeah, I feel like you guys have been doing some soul searching. Like I said, I feel like you guys have already been working through this energy of like learning this, and if you're not, I feel like you're on that right trajectory where it's like you can start to identify and acknowledge, okay, that probably wasn't my best situation to stay in, or like to, reaction to things or whatever. With the Hermit and the Hanged One, I feel like you've kind of been stuck though in this like by myself type of energy, or even just like you've been stuck in this feeling of contemplation even. And it's like, I feel like you've been really looking at the details of things, but there's a need again, like to surrender to, kind of your own path and what you have within you. Some of you are still trying to figure that out, this temple path, the Hermit has the star energy in the decks. So whenever you look at a Hermit card, there's usually a star or a lantern with like a star energy or a light in it. That's your inner light. That's your inner guide. And I feel like you need to kind of allow yourself to follow that and surrender to that process, and allow yourself to move through that energy. And again, just like follow your own path, follow your own light. You don't have to be like everybody else. And it's interesting because in your challenge position, we have the 8 of Pentacles and the Page of Cups. So your challenge is working on opening up. It's like you need to trust your heart a little bit more, or open your intuition a little bit, because I feel like you're trying to look at things very analytically, very practical, but there's an element of like opening up your heart that's just instinctive, right? There's no specific plan of how to do things unless, you're going and getting help, whether it's like a energy healing or therapy or whatever, right? But it's like, I feel like your challenge is working on opening up your heart is literally what I'm getting from this. And some of you, this is like having to do some inner reflection as well with that Page of Cups. It's like your challenge is a little bit of just opening up your heart. And I feel like once you can open up your heart, with this King of Cups here and the Page of Wands, this is going to allow you to follow your passions and your dreams and your inspirations. And that's your advice, is like, follow your heart, communicate from the heart. Right? I feel like you can do it, well, you obviously can do it in a balanced way. The King of Cups is somebody who is very, he very much knows what he wants when he wants things, but also like emotionally he doesn't overinvest emotionally. He invests emotionally when he needs to or when he wants to. He's in control of his emotions, and therefore he can make good decisions and follow his heart correctly because it doesn't lead him astray, because he has control over that aspect of his emotion, right? So I feel like there's a need to communicate from the heart. Your higher self is wanting you to communicate, like, what makes you happy? What brings you happiness? And I think you're going to start to kind of learn that. We do have the Page of Swords and the Nine of Cups. The people are going to start to see you as somebody who's very emotionally fulfilled. You're going to be able to go after your dreams, figure out your dreams. There's a strong inquisitive energy of you guys following your own path, especially with 3 pages here. It's like you're starting out on this journey. And it's going to be a bit of a journey with the Page of Wands, but you will get to this King of Cups energy where it's like your heart is now open and you're able to express from a place of the heart and see things from a place of the heart, right? And I just feel like there's with this Nine of Cups, it's like you will be happy in the near future. You will be opened up. And I feel like wish fulfillment as well, right? The Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment. I see you guys learning more about that with the Page of Swords. It's a bit of a journey, like I said, but I feel as though you will kind of reach this phase of emotional satisfaction and emotional fulfillment within yourself, right? This is not comparing yourself to other people. This is being happy with what you have on your own. So I feel for you, group 2, your higher self is really wanting you to connect back with your emotions, connect back with your heart. Some of you may have like bitterness even. That could be a part of this like energy here, but I feel like you're going down this like kind of spiritual path, which is helping you open up your heart and your heart chakra. And as long as you can start to open that up, your abundance is going to pour in, because you're going to have a more open and receptive connection with the universe, with spirit, with God, right? So your higher self is really just wanting you to go through this healing process, go through this path, go your own unique way. You don't have to be like everybody else. And they're saying that you're going to be very, very happy here. So that is what I have for you, group 2. Hopefully that resonates for you guys. Let me know down below. If not, you can check out one of the other piles, or you can check out another reading. But thank you guys so much for watching, liking, subscribing. I appreciate all your love and support. It's greatly, greatly appreciated. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye. Hi, group number 3. I almost said 1. Group number 3, welcome. This is going to be your reading if you chose this moon crystal. It's kind of like purple and black. So this is going to be a message from your higher self. I didn't really say this in the other groups, but if I'm like talking, that's like the message from your higher self. You know what I'm saying? It's not always like, sometimes it comes out weird the way that I word it, but that's because I'm just kind of like more so channeling the information. But I pre-pulled Oracle and Tarot. We're going to get into the Oracle cards first, and then if we need to clarify, I do have a deck here, but I haven't had to for the first 2 groups, so hopefully you guys will be nice and clear for the messages as well. So let's see what's coming up for you, group 3. What does your higher self want you to know? We have Destiny, which is the Wheel of Fortune. We have Earth Pulsing, Pulse of the Mother, Slow Down, Time in Nature. We have Morgan, Death and Magic. Number 38, which breaks down to an 11. So we have 10, 11. Oh, we have 2 38s. Interesting. And then we have the 4th chakra, so the heart chakra. So we have 2 38s, which is interesting because they're obviously from different decks. But both also cards of 11. So 11, 11 might be significant, but 38 could literally be significant as well. In some aspect. Maybe it's like your favorite number or something. I don't know. We have higher learning. You have learned from experience. More inner study is now required to further progress. This reminds me of the Hierophant. Your healing mantra is embracing worthiness. I feel worthiness is filling every cell of my body, and it feels amazing. And your higher self would like you to surrender to your full power. Your life is calling you to step into your full power rather than playing it small. Interesting. All right, group number 3. So a few different messages here from your higher self. Some of you, your heart chakra, I feel, is really open. Like, I feel like you guys have already done that. I feel like that could be part of this healing work that you've already done, is like opening up your heart, maybe being more receptive to things. You've definitely either been I feel like you're going through a transformation, but I feel like the transformation hasn't been short. You're kind of going through this like death and rebirth process. But in that, you're finding your own unique magic and your own unique flavor. Surrendering to your full power, not other people's, right? I feel like your confidence has maybe what has held you back in the past with this embracing worthiness and surrender to your full power. Some of you have been playing it small because you know, maybe don't feel that you're worthy. I feel like there's a need for you to really step into who you are and what you are. And I do see this change happening for you. You are, again, like in this shift, this transition period. But you were meant to go through all of these things. I feel like you've been on the right track with this Destiny card. Like, this is the path you're supposed to take. I just feel like for a lot of you right now, there's a need for you to maybe rest, take your time, slow down, show yourself a little bit more self-love, self-care, because I feel like you've been on this train for a little while, you know? Your higher self is wanting you to know that, like, you have so much potential and you just have to be willing to step into it. I think you're learning this, but you're destined for something really great. You're destined for abundance. You're destined for really, really good things. And I feel like you're learning this. You've been learning this. You know, there's always going to be more to learn. That's never going to change. But you guys are like destined for more, destined for greatness. And I feel like you just have to trust that. And I feel like you got to be able to feel it in your bones. And I think that a lot of you probably do. It's like on your good days, you're like, yes, I can do this. Like, I have so much potential. And like, oh my gosh, I can do this, this, this. Like, some of you may have like really big dreams or aspirations or goals. And then on other days, it's like you get into this like, oh, I don't know, right? And those are the days where you just need to slow down. You need to take time. Don't get in your head about things, right? Take a break if you need to. So that you can kind of like recharge, because a lot of times we get in those mindsets when we need to recharge, right? And I just wanted to point this out because I thought this was kind of cool. But so this card, it reminds me of the Death card, obviously death and magic, but it also reminds me of the High Priestess. She's got her little moon on her forehead here. It reminds me of the High Priestess, and I just think it's funny because this is the crystal that I chose without seeing this card for you guys. So I feel like it's very fitting. But let's get into the tarot and kind of see what is coming up for you guys, what more your higher self would like you to know. I just feel like your higher self is like, come on, you have so much potential. You can move and do so many good things. Some of you have like, you very much know what your purpose is. It's just a matter of stepping into that. So let's kind of see. We have the Emperor. We have the World. The Ten of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles. Emperor is clarified by the Ace of Pentacles. The World is clarified by the Six of Wands. The Ten of Pentacles is clarified by the Chariot. And the Two of Pentacles is clarified by the Six of Cups. Okay. I just want to say there's a lot of abundance cards here. A lot of good stuff for like career as well, like success in that sense. So it definitely, especially if you're starting your own business or wanting to start your own unique thing, I feel like you could be going through a transition phase when it comes to your career or what it is that you want to do in life. And I feel like that is definitely going in the right direction for you. I feel like you have this new opportunity for a lot of you that you have in your environment right now with the Emperor and the Ace of Pentacles. I feel like you have this opportunity. It's like, are you going to take it, is kind of what I'm getting from it. So I feel like there is a lot of potential here with the Ace of Pentacles, right? It is definitely a card that if you take this opportunity, there can definitely be a lot of growth and expansion, but it's a potential, right? There's potential here, but you still have to do things with it or do something with it, right? So I feel as though there's definitely something in your environment and you need to step into it. It's something that can like really, really progress you forward and change your life, I feel. And I feel like a lot of you already know what this opportunity is or what this is. Your challenge here is the World and the Six of Wands. I feel like your opportunity or whatever this is, it's like putting yourself out there. Again, this is like surrendering to your full power, believing in yourself, not playing it small, like putting yourself out there in the world and showcasing yourself and not being afraid of the attention that you could get, good or bad. Because I do feel like you're going to be successful. Some of you are afraid of success. That could be a little bit of your fear. But I feel for a lot of you, this is more of like your challenge is kind of like putting yourself out there or like expressing what it is that you do or telling people, like it could be even marketing, right? Marketing online, telling people what you do, like the social media aspect of things could be really challenging for you. But there's a need for you to do it. I feel like you got to be determined. Saturn is like rules the sun or the world card. So it is Capricorn energy. 10th house is kind of always what I get with like the world card, which is career, your status, your reputation. And I just see like there's a lot of growth and expansion here if you allow yourself to step into it, because the Six of Wands is Jupiter in Leo. So there's a lot of growth and expansion I feel that's available to you, but you have to showcase yourself. You have to put that out into the world and really kind of, just like step into it, step into your full power, step into your destiny. There's a specific path I feel for a lot of you, and there's something in your environment, and it's interesting because we do have the Ace of Pentacles and we have the Ten of Pentacles. So it's like, I feel like you are going to be moving towards this. Your advice is to move towards this, right? We have the Ten of Pentacles and the Chariot in your advice. So, you will overcome the obstacles, but your advice is to fight for this, right? To like move into this, step towards this, like move towards your goals. You're going to have challenges, you're going to have roadblocks along the way, but you can overcome those and achieve what it is that you're looking for. There's a strong potential in this opportunity that your higher self really wants you to realize. There's also a strong potential in you. Like, I think that's what makes this situation unique, is what they're kind of highlighting is like, you have the potential to create the world and the life that you're looking for, your goals, your dreams, your aspirations. You have the potential. You have to surrender, like stop playing small and just like having these little experiences. Like you can have the whole thing. You can have the whole 9 yards, So it's like there is an opportunity for you to really progress and really excel and have victory and triumph over your current situation and move towards success. You have to like believe that you're going to win. You know what I mean? And I feel like when you do that, we have the Two of Pentacles and we have the Six of Cups in your outcome here. Should you take the advice, it's like there's going to be a lot of options presented to you. I feel like there's also an element of just like happiness and joy, but I also feel like there's a lot of people that can help you. Like people may offer you things that you may have to still choose of whether you're going to go towards those, but I feel like there's going to be offers and opportunities that are presented to you. You're going to get a lot of opportunities for some of you. That I actually feel like, even if this is like clients and stuff, it's like you might have to choose like who you're going to have to take or who you're going to take. You know what I mean? Like I feel like there's a choice in what people are offering you, where it's not just like guaranteed you're going to take something, but there's choices, there's options, and happiness, right? And also the Six of Cups always reminds me of like a card of your past, in the sense that you've done this before. This is something that you've been through this, and I feel like that's why you're probably very skilled at this. It's like you came into this earth having either a purpose or something that you're really good at that you need to give to the world. I don't know what it is, but there's something about expressing yourself in the world and giving the world your gifts and creating more harmony and balance, you know, in your life and in other people's life. It's like you're helping a lot of people, I feel, as well, by doing this. But in that process, you can also, like, this is like for some of you, like being a CEO or being a boss, running your own business, like, you know, doing things that embrace your worthiness and that like bring you to this place of like you're in control and you're the kind of master. But you have to believe in yourself and stop playing small. That's your biggest message. You're destined for greatness. You're destined for good things. You've done a lot of great healing work. Now you need to step into that. I feel like you're ready, and I feel like you just need to step into that. And maybe this is like the next step of your healing journey as well, is like embracing your worthiness and realizing that you're playing small, right? There's like more transformation that needs to be done. But again, when you start to doubt yourself, make sure you just kind of slow down and take a rest and spend time in nature and kind of ground yourself. So this looks really good for you, group 3. I like this a lot. I feel like you are on the right path, and I feel like there's so much potential that's just waiting for you to fully embrace yourself in. So that is what I have for you, group number 3, for messages from your higher self. I hope that you enjoyed this. If not, you can check out your other piles, or you can check out another reading. But I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching, liking, subscribing. I appreciate all your love and support. It means so, so much to me. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye.